Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. Cande, I have to tell you my story about the weekend. Went to my parents' house on Saturday, Cande.
Now, it's been how long since the whole family went?
Well, it was...
Over a year.
Well, we sat on their front lawn on a beautiful sunny day in January.
Okay.
But the last time we actually went in a house to see them was at my sister Dina's house back in either May or June of 2020.
Oh, this is news to me. I forgot about that get-together.
Yeah, so this was a long time. By the way, Dana wasn't feeling well. It was me and the kids. We went to...
What happened with Dana?
She wasn't feeling well. She was in bed.
She not like her mother-in-law and her
no,
father-in-law?
she was exhausted, and she's been having a little issue the last few days, Cande. All right, so me and the kids, we drive out there, we get to my parents' house.
Do they walk through the door and they go, well, your wife, she couldn't make it?
No, I gave them the heads up ahead of time. You got to prepare them for these things, Cande.
You do, because otherwise you'd hear, oh, your wife, she couldn't make it.
You let them know ahead of time what's going on, and then they have an hour and a half for it to sink in before you actually arrive, Cande. So every time we drive over the bridge into Rockaway, I always point out to my kids, there's my high school, kids.
Dear.
There's my junior high. Look, there's the ferry coming in. The ferry didn't exist when I was there, kids. Anyway, we got to my parents' house, Cande.
Yes.
And we hug and kiss. We did the hug and kiss, and then we go in the house, and my mother had the pigs and blankets in the oven.
Nice.
My father had told me when we got off the Belt Parkway, we should text him. So I had Abigail text him when we got off the Belt Parkway, and she put the pigs and blankets up, Cande.
Love it.
We start with that. What?
Did you undress the pig in a blanket, or did you eat him with his blanket on?
No,
I've been wondering about that all weekend.
I had 3 full pigs and blankets, Cande.
Amen.
My kids devoured the rest of them, as did my parents. Then my father and mother start telling me about, you should go look at the way they built up, part of Rockaway along the boardwalk. They did over the last, I guess, decade or so. They've been putting these brand new houses and this new boardwalk area, and it's like alive. It's like a big, like the town. It was always desolate in this certain area down in these certain blocks, Cande. Let's say from 110th Street down to 60th Street. Okay.
Okay.
And they've built it up. So my father says, you got to, let's get in the car. I'll give you the tour. We ordered the Italian food, Cande, as we were going to order.
Yes.
And then while it was being prepared, we got in the car and we drove, and he gave me and the kids a tour of the new areas that were...
Any of the children rolling their eyes?
No, they thought it was great. It actually reminded us of Ocean City, Maryland. And I'll tell you, I got a little emotional because one of the things I thought was, when you're actually growing up in an area like Rockaway Beach,
you don't appreciate it.
That's right.
Till you come back and see it again.
It's
really exactly what you're talking about.
I'm driving through. It's really a very unique area, Rockaway.
It is.
And driving through it, I'm like, wow, I can't believe this area was just empty parking lots when I was growing up. I can't believe what's going on here.
Wasn't there a beautiful house that you sent me a picture of and said, I'm going to buy this for you?
Right. So we go back. We get the Italian food. We go. We eat. The kids have dessert. They're playing. They love to play in the basement. And then they go have dessert, whatever. My mom has ice cream for them. And then they want to go to the beach. So now in Rockaway on the weekends in the summer, you cannot park on the street. Big rule in Rockaway. You got to park on your driveway.
Oh.
So my mother comes down to the beach with us. She sits in the car so I could take the kids onto the
She's
beach.
hysterical. Let one person try to have her move that car. She'll give them a go.
That's right. We go on the
She'll
beach.
tell them what's happening.
The kids love they've been on the beach before, but they love the beach. We spend a few minutes, then we get in the car, and my mother gives us a tour of some of the big houses in the neighborhood, and we drive to one of the blocks. That's the video I sent you of that house being built. It's almost done. This thing, was this not, unbelievably gorgeous with the giant windows?
Looked fabulous.
It looked like a hotel. I mean, the whole, all of Rockaway is nice. The beach blocks with the giant houses overlooking the ocean, Cande, are just out of sight. So the kids loved seeing the houses, and it was great. And we drove around. And then, it's an interesting dynamic, Cande, because then, I go into the basement and I say, let me open the fridge and the freezer and see what's going on. And, I get
unbelievable. This is the highlight for me.
I get a little yell from upstairs, my father.
What are you doing?
Yeah, don't touch anything. Right? And you open the freezer, and it is filled with Malamars.
Now, when he says filled with Malamars, he means filled with Malamars. There must have been 24 boxes.
The whole freezer filled with Malamars. There's other things. Did you have Malamar?
No. It's a normal question. No. It doesn't go with the what? Did you say?
I didn't want to ruin their process.
What is the process?
I don't know.
It's a box of Malamars.
Yeah, I didn't want to open it just to have one Malamar, and let them. Their Malamars are very special to them, Cande.
They have enough to last the next 20 years.
Well, here's the thing: they didn't offer any Malamars. Okay.
Oh, I wonder what goes on.
They offered ice cream. Oh, and the other fridge, that was the freezer, the other fridge was stocked up with Stella D'Oro breakfast treats,
And
Cande.
I mean like you're going into a grocery store stocked up.
It was pretty insane.
What's going on in your house when you're not there?
About 5 hours in, it's very interesting. I could tell my father's getting a little antsy. He said he looks at his phone to see the time. He says, it's 7:30. We have a book club Zoom. And, Elijah's making He's like Elijah's making a lot of noise. Things are getting a little crazy now, Cande. And you feel like you're overstayed your welcome a little bit. And you can tell they need their space now. It's time, right?
You've been here 5 hours. It's 7:30. Please go.
And by the way, side note, I took home 4 big black garbage bags of my old baseball caps, my old shirts, some old jackets that I'm going to get cleaned. Do you know what my mom says?
What?
She says, everything upstairs at a certain point in the next year or two is going to Goodwill because we don't want to, we want to give you and your sisters the least amount of stuff to clean out of this place when the time comes.
Considering I've been through the other end of that, and it ain't pretty.
Right, so she says, go up, take what you want. Here's some garbage bags. I took 4 big garbage bags because they are very cut and dry, black and white about the whole thing. Listen, the day is going to come. We want to
throwing it all out.
We want to clean this place out. We don't want to give you any problems.
And it's been a lot of years, so they were very kind in waiting for you to come get your stuff.
Yes, but it's very, I tell you, you really start to think about your life. When you go to my parents' house, it'll mess with your mind, Cande. There's so much to take in regarding when you should leave, why you should take stuff, because they talk about the future.
Don't touch the Malamars.
Oh, my God.
Don't touch the Stella D'Oro.
But
Don't even go down to the basement.
By the way, I didn't even get to the part. I will tell you a little extra to the story later in the hour.
Right, good.
I saw my best friend when I was a kid growing up.
Oh, that's nice too.
I ran
into
here. We will discuss, but
right.
we had a great time. It was nice to be there and see them.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah,
sounds like a good time.
Kids had a blast. My Country 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.